Good morning, students. Today's class we will see about the supplementary examination of 2019 nursing education. The first question is define philosophy. What are the aims and objectives of education? Explain on current trends in nursing education. The first question is define philosophy. Provision of an atmosphere of comfort while delivering care to the public they serve. It's the odd belief that dignity and worth of individuals must be respected and preserved. We further believe that nursing must be consistent with specifically designed to meet the needs of patient and his family and community in which he lives. What are the aims and objectives of education? The aims include utilitarian aim, vocational aim, social aim, intellectual aim, citizenship, physical health and well-being, character development, cultural development, social self-realization, mental and emotional development, autonomous development, self-education aim, international understanding, harmonious development of the personality, education for leisure, individual aim, knowledge aim, morality and spiritual aim. The main objectives of education are to complete socialization process to the transmission of cultural heritage, reformation of attitudes, occupational placement, and to instill the sense of competition. Second question, define course planning. How do you classify educational objectives? Explain the steps in curriculum development. Define course planning. A course may be defined as the complete series of course studies leading to a graduate or degree. It refers to planning course of that instruction. How do you classify educational objectives? Classified in institutional or general objective, intermediate objectives, and instructional objective. Institutional objectives, that means well-constructed institutional objectives are the foundation for relevant educational program. Intermediate objective, derivatives of the institutional objectives and related to the particular learning experience or subject matter. Instructional objective are specific, precise, attainable, measurable, corresponding to the specific teaching learning activity. Means central objective, specific objectives or indirect objective. Central objective means written or on every topic. Supreme importance is any teaching learning activity. Specific objectives are derivatives of central objectives. Attainment of central objective only possible through the attainment of specific objective. Indirect objective, the byproduct of attainment of other objectives. The Bloom's taxonomy of education objectives, 3 levels: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Cognitive deals with knowledge and intellectual abilities, affective deals with the attitude, values, interest, and appreciation, and psychomotor domain deals with motor skills. The steps in the curriculum development: formulation of educational objectives, selection of learning experience, effective and efficient organization of learning experience, and evaluation of the curriculum. Explain the principles of audiovisual aids. The first principle used in each area, the principle of selection. They should be suited to the age level, grade level, and other characteristics of the learners. It should be interesting and motivating. They should be in true representatives of the real things. They should have realization of desired learning objectives. Second, principle of preparation. As far as possible, locally available material should be used. Teachers should receive some training in preparation of AV aids. Teachers themselves should prepare some of the aids. Students may be associated with the preparation of the AV aids. Principle of handling. Arrangement of keeping aids safely and also to facilitate the leading to the lending for the teachers for the use. Principle of presentation. Teachers should carefully visualize the use of teaching aids before their actual presentation. They should be fully familiar themselves with the use of manipulation of aids. Adequate care should be taken to handle an aid in such a way no damage is done it. The AVA should be displayed properly so that all students are able to see it, observe it, and derive maximum benefit out of it. Principle of response. Teachers guide the students to respond actively to the AVA stimuli. Principle of evaluation. Continuous evaluation is necessary. The fourth question, what are the advantages of objective structured clinical examination or OSCE? It's more valid than the traditional clinical exam. The variables of examiner and the patient are to be large extent removed. The use of checklists by the examiners and MCQs in the question stations result more objective exam. Use of checklists makes it possible to use more junior examiners. With OSCE for the past can be specified in advance and feedback can be given to the staff and to the students. They are more valid, reliable, and objective. Test not only skills and knowledge but attitudes also. Test the student's ability to integrate knowledge, clinical skills, and communication with the patient. can be used with large number of students in less time, reproducible, provides unique programmatic evaluation, less complexity, valid examination, summative as well formatting. OSCE examination consists of about 15 to 20 stations, each of which require 4 to 5 minutes time. All stations should be capable of being completed in the same time. Students are rotated through all stations and have moved to the next station at the signal. Since the stations are generally independent, students can start at any of procedure stations and complete the cycle. Using 15 stations of 4 minutes each, 15 students can complete the examination within 1 hour. Each station is designed to test a component of clinical competence. What are the purpose of counseling? To give the student information on the matters important to his adjustment and growth, to get information about the student which will be helpful him in solving his problems, to establish feeling of mutual understanding between the pupil and the teacher, to help the pupil work out a plan for the solving his difficulties, to help the pupil know himself better, his interests, abilities, aptitudes and available opportunities, to encourage special talents and develop right attitudes, to inspire successful endeavor toward the attainment of the realization of objectives, to assist the people in planning for the educational and vocational choices, formulating for vocations, making surveys of employment opportunities, administering vocational or aptitude tests, gathering cumulative occupational information, follow-up of people for placement and sponsoring convocations, programs and career day seminars. What are the principles of discipline? First one, in harmony with total goals of education, based on and controlled by love and not by fear. Positive and constructive, ensure qualities of justice to all, respect for individual rights and dignity and humanitarian treatment of the same. Means of successful implementation of the educational program, disciplinary policies and procedures should be primarily preventive, secondarily corrective and never retributive. Situation-specific disciplinary actions followed by counseling is sometimes which the teacher helps the children to attain, not something the teacher maintains. Discipline in personal, make talk in private, relate the act of misconduct, the act of correction, avoid collective punishment. It can provoke unnecessary resentment. Never allow disciplinary procedures to interfere with educational opportunities. Serious cases only to be referred further. Seek professional help if needed. The seventh question, what are the purpose of micro teaching? Micro teaching is a teacher training technique for the learning teaching skills. It employs real teaching situation for developing skills and help to get deeper knowledge regarding the art of teaching. The Stanford technique involved the steps plan, teach, observe, replan, reteach and reobserve. Effective student teaching should be prime quality of the teacher. As an innovative method of equipping teachers to be effective, skills and practices of micro teaching has been implemented. Micro teaching can be practiced with a very small lesson or a single concept and a very less number of students. Modern day multimedia equipments, there's video, audio recording devices have a key role in the learning process. Micro teaching helps in eliminating errors and builds stronger teaching skills for the beginners and senior teachers. Micro teaching increases self-confidence, improves the in-class teaching performance and develops the classroom management skill. It's an effective feedback device for the modification of teachers' behavior. It's highly individualized type of teachers training. It is used for development of teaching efficiency and in pre-service and in-service teacher training program. It helps systematic and objective observation by providing specific observation schedule. It helps in acquiring various type of skills, ultimately form the base of successful teaching. It reduces the complexities of normal classroom teaching, the size, class, time, problem of discipline. It's a training device for improving the teaching and to prepare effective teachers. Teaching in a complicated way of activity, micro teaching simplifies it so as to make it suitable for the beginner teachers. It can be done either in the real classroom conditions or simulated conditions. It focuses on training for the practice of instructional skills, mastery of certain curricular materials and practice the techniques of teaching. It permits increased control and regulate teaching practice. The eighth question, 4 methods of teaching. Lecture method, seminar, symposium, workshop. 4 qualities of an evaluation tool, validity, reliability, measurable and practicability. For purpose of guidance, provide the needed information and assistance, helping individual to make wise choices, improve the understanding of self and facilitate the adjustment. For advantage of multiple choice questions, easy to administer and score, can cover a large content area, high reliability, validity and objectivity, and item analysis possible. Questions can be constructed to address various levels of cognitive complexities. For advantage of chalkboard, teacher can illustrate and draw figures, highlight the drawing by using colored chalk. Using chalkboard, the students can improve the handwriting, penmanship. Through the chalkboard, the students can improve or develop the thinking ability and visualize their own ideas, and various colored chalk or pens can be used. Difference between pragmatism and eclecticism. Principle of pragmatism include man considered is essentially biological and social organism. Knowledge should be experimentally verified and should be useful to the learner. Faith in man's capacity to shape his destiny. No absolute values. Only those theories which can work in practical situation are true. And deep faith in democracy. Consider the learners as growing biological and social being ready to adjust the environmental demand. Aim is to prepare the child to face challenges of life. Education prepares the child to become effective member of society. Eclecticism is the harmonious combination of all the philosophy. Need for eclecticism include education is driven by the society changes and education also depend upon philosophy. Features of eclecticism include aim of education is to prepare good citizen, recommends the broad and flexible curriculum, emphasis on coordination of various subjects, importance of co-curricular activities, ensuring subject expert and better teachers, suggests scientific teaching methods based on principle of learning by doing, consider education as a tool for social control, and recommends professional status for teaching job. Difference between seminar and symposium. Seminar is a topic related to recent trends and development in nursing. Multiple aspects of the topic under consideration is discussed. Chairperson have less a control, less time for discussion involving participants, comparatively less preparation from the participant. But at the same time, symposium topics are related to controversial issues in nursing. Single aspect of the topic is discussed. Chairperson has to exert more control, more time for discussion involving participants, demands more participation from the side of the participants. Unit plan and daily plan. Lesson plan or unit plan means the daily plan is usually prepared by the teacher who conducts the class for the students to make sure a lesson meets its objective and learning takes place effectively. Lesson plan elaborate basically the objectives of particular lesson and how the teaching is planned in the way of to achieve this object. Unit plan consists of many lessons and takes longer time period. A unit plan covers a wider area. A unit that can be include many lessons. Unit plans are often used for discussion for syllabus reviews as well to explain the skills and knowledge students has expected to acquire towards the end. Pamphlets and leaflets. A leaflet is a printed sheet of paper that contains information intended for free distribution. It consists of only one sheet of paper printed on both sides. The sheet is folded in half, thirds, or four. They can be handed out to the people, posted in the public place, or sent by a post. Pamphlet is a small booklet or a leaflet that contains information or arguments about a single subject. It typically have no hardcover. It may contain a single sheet of paper printed on the both sides or few pages that are folded in half and stapled at the middle to make it a book. Essay type and short answer questions. Essay type are being used since ancient times and most commonly employed method of assessment of cognitive skills in nursing education. One purpose is to assess the students' understanding of and ability to think with the subject matter content. The other purpose is to assess the students' non-content related attributes like creativity, neatness, and writing abilities. Short answer questions are useful to assess recall abilities of the students, used to assess the students in the classroom while lectures in progress, useful in informative assessment, and can be used summative assessment to supplement other forms of questions. They are also relatively easy to set compared to many assessment methods. Thank you. Thank you for listening.